Well, guys, guess where I am? My favorite spot. It's almost 4. Boy, the sun, you can see the long shadows already setting faster and faster. Well, I don't know if anybody saw the little update I did yesterday, but it looks like that machine's going away. So I need it at least a minute. Well, I didn't need it for a million things, but since I won't have it, the last big job that there's no way I could do it without it would bring these trusses up. So, although here last night, trying to figure out how to rig up a truss to bring it up, and I made a quick idea last night, and it kind of worked. And this morning I refined it a little bit and you can kind of see the slide on there. I used the idea again. That's how I got these out across all these trusses in place across the gap, if you remember, by myself, by building a little gap like that and then just sliding it. And I extended the darn fork sideways, so I'm actually sideways to the machine lifting it, as you can see. But this way I can slide it in. I only have to tie them and then slide it back out, and they worked. I won't say it's perfect, but it works. The biggest thing is, as you can see, the trusses are way down there, and you have to manhandle them, stand them up, slide them on here. And unfortunately, they turned out to be heavier than even the other trusses because they are longer by, you can see, the center there is what's going to rest on the upper wall. So between that point and that point is the same as the other trusses. And then you have this extra wood on each end sticking out that forms the rest of the triangle up there. Anyways, they're heavy. I can lift them, but they're heavy. And been bringing them up here one by one. And then we had to figure out how to put them up here, because you don't want to put them right down on the ground. They'll see singing water, because as you guys know, the place floods up here now. It's got an edge around the whole thing. It turns out it's like a bathtub up here. And you don't want to put them all in one spot. You put them in one spot, put a lot of weight on that floor. I mean, we're talking probably, I don't know, if I had to guess, I think we're talking almost 2 tons of trusses up here. So, you know, 4,000 pounds, that's fine. The floor will hold it, but you got to spray it out. You can't put in a point load. So, I brought up a couple, and the neighbor saw me working, and he came over. He saw me last night. He emailed me and said, "Do you want me to come over?" I said, "Yeah, if you got time." And he's working. Shout out to Dave. He was able to sneak out for an hour this morning, and he had some work to do, and got out here, gave me another hour and a half this afternoon, and that was awesome. Maybe a little more than that. He worked with me, got a bunch of them up, and then he had to go. He got a phone call from work, so. But thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. And so far, the only damage is one truss, which typical. Just, you think it's supposed to, it's supposed to hold weight. This should be almost indestructible, but you can kind of see the wood they use on these things, and that's dog. And they've got it all over like that. That's just the way what they build them with. And unfortunately, this one had a defect right in the middle. You can see the knot. It's split right where that knot is. It's split right across. You can actually feel it's kind of hollow underneath it. The whole chunk just popped out. So that's repair work 101 for tonight or tomorrow. I'll lay it down and do what I did with the other one I broke. I'll sandwich in between 2 good pieces of wood, and then I'll probably glue it to make sure it stays. And I gotta make sure the spread between that point and that point is 0, if you will, just to make sure it didn't spread. It shouldn't have, but I'll just make sure. That'll be tonight's job. But so far, we got another dozen to go up here. That's the only real damage, and it's fixable. Just always something. But you can kind of see we got 3 piles. There's one, another one at the far end, and this one here. Like I said, they're all off the ground, held. But Oh man, always something. Anyhow, I just brought the next one up. I'm just gonna unload it. I thought I'd take a break for 2 seconds and show you guys how I'm bringing them up and what I'm doing. This is the manhandling thing too. Now you gotta load them on by hand, and you gotta drag them off by hand. That's the time killer that was killing me, just running up and down, up and down. That was a nice part, having two people here. At least I loaded them on myself, got them down there, and Dave stayed up here. And he unloaded them for me, just put them, piled them all against the wall, and then I got up here and we just made the piles of them. So, oh well, it's all good. Anyhow, I hope everybody's having a great day, enjoying this nice fall weather. It's beautiful out. Might be one of the first years we haven't had a chance to go take a trip and enjoy this. There, leaves are supposedly too much to do. Not sure if you guys can see the colors in the hills, but anybody who's not from Vermont, this is our peak season. This is the time of year where everybody comes out and enjoys. And all right, guys, I hope everybody's doing well. You take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.